Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, I'm very honored to be here, very thankful to be here. I very much support this local hospital, which is meant for, first and foremost, our devotees, but not less important for the people in the surrounding area. This is a very nice seva, and I'm sure that Prabhupada is pleased to see this pharmacy opening. We're doing puja here, we're having kirtan, we're giving talks here. I think in the West, even some devotees might find this unusual, that we're doing such a program here for a pharmacy, but actually it's very significant. It's a significant expansion on this hospital, which fulfills the needs of devotees, because as we hear, Prabhupada in his lectures, he often says the reality of this world is birth, disease, old age, and death. So how to deal with these things in our lives as devotees? We want to be healthy so we can serve Prabhupada's mission. In fact, Prabhupada, when we think of the letters that Prabhupada wrote, in those days Prabhupada actually used to handwrite his letters, then later he would type those letters. We didn't have email as we had today. And Prabhupada would often, or always, sign his letter, "Your ever well-wisher." That's, everyone knows, you sometimes see Prabhupada's signature with that, that little signature, "Your ever well-wisher." But what devotees don't often recognize, or maybe even appreciate, is that Prabhupada would, before he said that at the end of the letter, he said, "Hope this meets you in the best of health." Hope this meets you in the best of health. He was concerned about our health so that we could serve. If we're sick, we can't do service, and service is you could say, our lifeline to Krishna. Prabhupada was concerned about our health. So this pharmacy is facilitating devotees' health, so we're opening it in a transcendental way, because it's meant to serve in a transcendental way, to serve Vaishnavas, Vaishnava Seva. And Prabhupada himself, I remember when Prabhupada first came to America, we read in the Prabhupada Lilamrita, he met a Dr. Mishra. I don't know if that was a sign that he was actually a doctor, a physician, or if he was a doctor of the arts, maybe a philosopher or something, Dr. Mishra. And Dr. Mishra got sick. He got sick, terribly sick. He couldn't continue his work. So he asked Prabhupada to come and help him, to make him better. So Prabhupada became doctor. He came to wherever Dr. Mishra was living, in an apartment, and he cooked for Dr. Mishra. And he massaged Dr. Mishra. And he gave the appropriate medicine to Dr. Mishra. So here we see that Prabhupada was personally involved in curing someone's body so that they could serve Krishna. Dr. Mishra and Prabhupada had conversations. I think Dr. Mishra was kind of a little bit of a Mayavadi. But in those days, Prabhupada was using every chance he could to establish Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan movement. So there we see that Prabhupada did something like this. He took medicine to the patient to make him better, to become a devotee. And we know that this pharmacy is very necessary because things are going to get worse. Taking birth is going to get worse. Getting the diseases that Kali Yuga is going to come up with because of people's sinful reactions, they're going to get worse. Old age is going to get worse, and death is always worse. So, you know, it's going to get worse. There's that verse I have here in the Bhagavatam. Tataschanu dinam dharma satyam socham shamadhaya kalena balina rajan nakshanti yaur balam shmiti. Then, O king, religion, truthfulness, cleanliness, tolerance, mercy, duration of life, physical strength, and memory will diminish day by day because of the powerful influence of the age of Kali. So that's going to happen to everyone. It's also going to happen to us as devotees. We're not, you know, we're in this world. Therefore, Mahaprabhu so much encouraged us to tolerate. We're going to get sick. And when we get sick, we get really sad because we just want to serve 24 hours a day. So to have a hospital like this, established by devotees and our wonderful donors. I toured the hospital. I was here a year ago, a little bit more than a year ago. You know, there were facilities, but now there's a CT scan machine. You can draw blood here and get your blood test by evening. Very soon, the doctors will be able to do operations, fix bone fractures. I mean, the hospital's just made, you know, big steps forward, and it's very comforting. This was one of my concerns, that along with the TOVP, this most important project here, development of the TOVP, that means more devotees are going to come here to take shelter and live in this wonderful dham, especially the Grihastras. And, you know, I envision, I hope, you know, tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands or eventually millions of people will come, going to get sick. So what are they going to do? They're going to come to this hospital. As it expands, there's big plans for expansion. And I encourage anyone who's listening to this talk or watching this video to please come forward and donate liberally to this project, because it's serving Vaishnavas. And that pleases Krishna very much. Krishna says, one who says he's my devotee, not my devotee, but one who says he's the devotee of my devotee, he's a devotee. So when Krishna sees us serving his devotees, it actually gives him, in one sense, more pleasure than we serve him personally, because Vaishnavas are very dear to him, and Vaishnavas are carrying on the mission of the Lord in this world. Krishna comes and Krishna goes. Krishna was here for 100 and some odd years, Mahaprabhu was here for 48 years. So their mission is very dear to them. So one who carries on their mission is very, very dear to them. So when this hospital and these doctors, you know, perform these services of helping us get over disease and even mental disease, depression and things like that, it's a great service, a very great service to the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So I cannot glorify enough the pharmacy. I mean, I'm walking in here, you know, these are the same things I see in the Western pharmacies. But you have a doctor who loves you, who's going to prescribe them and, you know, take care of you as you take them, and you feel safe when you come here. No one's trying to exploit you. And this is not philanthropic work. This is Vaishnav Seva. This is a very important point. This is not philanthropic work. You know, because, you know, Prabhupada was against, for example, Ramakrishna Mission. In order to attract people, they opened so many hospitals. Hospitals to get followers. I mean, of course, there's the sentiment of helping people, but when the International Society for Krishna Consciousness opens a hospital, it's a different intent. We want to serve devotees, make them better. And when people come to that hospital and are served nicely in a loving mood by the doctors, I've seen in the Bhaktivedanta Hospital in Mumbai, people become devotees. And this is our purpose. It's not philanthropic work, opening hospitals and centers and pharmacies like this. That argument should never be used. This is to serve Vaishnava. Vaishnav Seva and beyond. People come, they feel the loving touch of a devotee, and they become devotees. So it's not philanthropic work. And it cures our devotees, which is most important. So thank you for the opportunity to come here and be present here. I've already taken a few of the medications here, and it's helped me. It's made my stay better. I can chant, I can dance, I can take prasadam, freed from disease. As Prabhupada wanted, as he said, hope this meets you in the best of health. Your ever well-wisher, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Nitai Gauranga.